Hi, I'm Rhett Tyler with SKIER'S Marine. I'm really excited to bring y'all the first edition of Lake Local. This is SKIER'S Marine's opportunity to share with you the local lakes around central Alabama. Lake is going to be our first stop, and I'm excited to get to do it because this is my local lake. I've been boating on this lake for 20 years. There's a lot of great things about this lake. To start off, it's big. It's 400 miles of shoreline, plenty of marinas, places to eat, things to do, things to see. And we're even going to show you a place you can get married at. So we're starting at Paradise Point because this is like the hub of Lake. It's a weekend hot spot for people that are boating, not boating. People drop here just to eat at the restaurant. They're famous for their fish tacos and their hamburgers. Great place if you live in Birmingham, want a close place to come to Lake. This is a really good starting point. There is a walk-in restaurant, only one on Lake. There is outside dining, plenty of parking, a great place to bring your family, eat, go out and enjoy the lake. So come join us. We're going to get this 2024 Mooma Mackay in the water. It's going to be our cruise boat. We'll be on the boat for about 3 hours. Y'all are going to see 5 to 7 minutes of it, but I'm excited to show y'all this lake. It's a really beautiful lake and not very far outside of Birmingham. One thing about Lake that a lot of people don't know about, it is home to the Alabama 4-H Center. The 4-H Center is over 200 acres on Lake. Everything from paddle boats to piers to swimming, a nice hotel, a fully staffed kitchen, and it's a great place for corporate retreats. They can house up to 285 people. And another thing about it is it's not that expensive. So if you're looking for a place for a church retreat, a corporate retreat, but don't want to break the bank on a budget, call the Alabama 4-H Center. Beautiful location, fantastic food, great staff. It's a place you'll want to check out. Behind me in the background is Oak Island Mansion. It is a great place for romantics. Looking for a place to get married, have a corporate party? Oak Island Mansion is on Lake. It is a beautiful white column southern style mansion. It's super popular for the couples from Birmingham that want a beautiful place to get married and want the lakes in the background. It's actually about halfway on the lake and super easy to get to from Birmingham, about a 30-minute drive. They have a great Facebook page if you'd like more information. There's horse stables, horses, thousands of foot of water frontage. And again, if you're the romantic watching this would be a great place to get married. Welcome to Beeswax Park. This has to be the most known place on Lake. If you boat on Lake, you already know where this is. If you don't, we're about 35 minutes from downtown Birmingham. Super easy to get to. One of the nice things about Beeswax Park is 4 wide boat ramps. So if you're new to boating, maybe not real sure about how to back up, maybe want a little extra space, this would be the place I would recommend you come to. There's also things like places to swim, places to grill out. A good place, if you don't have a lake house, you want to find a place to go for the day, this would be a place I would highly recommend. Again, fishing tournaments almost every weekend. There's the weigh-in pavilion right behind me. There will be anywhere from 50 to 500 boats here on given Saturdays fishing the beautiful waters of Lake. So again, if you happen to ride by and it's loaded with trailers, go on down to Paradise Point and put in. If not, great place to put in. They do have bathrooms, parking for hundreds of cars, super easy ramps, great place to find on the lake. But this is the most known place on Lake. Welcome to Cedar Creek Marina on Lake. This is a small marina on the Talladega side. One thing I failed to mention is Lake is part of the Coosa River chain. There's a bunch of lakes on the Coosa River chain. There's Weiss Lake, Neely Henry, Logan Martin. Then you come to Lake where we are. Then you go to Mitchell and Jordan. So the Coosa River makes up all these lakes. The lake is divided by the Coosa River. Talladega County side is where we're currently at Cedar Creek Marina. All the other marinas we're talking about are on the Shelby County side. So coming to this marina, if you live in Coosa County, Clay County, Talladega County, counties that are south of Childersburg, this would be the marina you'd want to come to. They don't really have food here. They have food trucks on Saturdays. It's just really a nice country, low-key marina. But like I said, again, it's the only marina on this side or the Talladega side of the lake. This is it. There's 7 or 8 on the Shelby County side because they're drawing for Birmingham. This is the only one on this side. I would mention, if it wasn't illegal, going by the state of Alabama, there's a really neat bridge over here that people tend to jump off of. But again, the state of Alabama says you are not supposed to jump off of any state-maintained road or bridge. But that being said, you might periodically see people doing that right off of Cedar Creek Marina. One thing we have to mention about boating on Lay Lake is the channel markers. As you go up and down the lake, make sure you're familiar with the red and the greens and which side to stay on, which is basically between the red and the green. Between there is hazards. There's trees literally coming up out of the water. Some of them you can see, some of them you can't, but you will tear your boat up if you don't know how to use these and navigate on the lake. If there's a downside to this lake, it's the stumps. Be careful. There are a couple other options on Lay Lake for the boaters on the south end of the lake. Two in particular are Waxahachie and Layport Marina. Waxahachie actually has live music on weekends. Good place to go hang out. They do have food. Layport Marina is like the hamburger place of Lay Lake. There are people that will literally drive from the upper end of the lake all the way down to Layport Marina just for one of their hamburgers. It's the kind your grandmother used to make. They'll bring you the food in a bag to your boat, go eat it out on the boat, have a picnic. But again, that's a hamburger that if you're on this lake, you need to try. So we made a stop at Low Water. Low Water is the hangout place on Lay Lake. This is where all the locals come. Pull up here on a Saturday or Sunday and you'll see anywhere from 50 to 100 boats. Everybody tied up, everybody having a good time, everybody socializing. It's really halfway point between the upper end and lower end of the lake, so it's an easy place for the boaters to access. If you talk to anybody that boats on Lay Lake, they know where Low Water is. Really good fireworks shows on July 4th. The concerts that they have are amazing. They'll have 4 or 5 bands on July 4th right across from Low Water. And if you need a reference point, Bozo's Marina is right across from us too. So if you couldn't find Low Water, can't find it on the map, look for Bozo's Marina, and then we're right across from Bozo's Marina. There are a couple of channel markers like we already talked about, so be careful on your way in. Stay to the right of the red markers and you'll be fine. They call it low water, I believe, because it's not really deep here. It's pretty shallow. It's deep enough for a boat. You're not going to tear your boat up, but it's deep enough that if you want to swim, touch bottom, hang out, great place to do it. This is the hangout place on Lay Lake. All lakes need a rock to jump off of, and Lay Lake's got that for you. We're at the end of Paint Creek, which is down by the dam. It is a 30-foot rock, super deep, really safe to jump off of. The water's 25 feet below. The way you find this is go to the dam at Lay Lake, hang a left, come into Paint Creek, follow it to the end, you'll end up here. Great place to hang out, super busy on the weekends, fun times for the thrill seekers in the group. Thanks for taking the time to visit Lay Lake with me. I hope it helped, and you can see it has a lot to offer. Really close to Birmingham, not super crowded, great place to fish, but really a great place to recreational boat. Again, because it's not that crowded. Plenty of marinas for the Birmingham side, Cedar Creek for the Talladega, Clay County, Coosa County side, but plenty of easy places to put in. One thing you'll like about Lay Lake is the people. Everybody's super nice. Everybody's just coming out to have a good time, enjoy the water, spend time with their family in a really low-key, low-pressure environment. It is recreational boating at its best for Alabama. If you would like to get some more information about Lay Lake, visit our website at SKIER'smarine.com. You'll be able to pull up information on this lake and other lakes across the Southeast.